Welcome back, everybody. I bet a lot of you heard the news about Doordash. The lawsuit, New York settled it, $17 million that Doordash has to pay to all the drivers. They be stealing, they be robbing. There it is. There you go. So Dina was right all these years talking trash. While some other drivers, we call them the shields of Doordash, they used to come to my channel and they left comments saying that, oh, I'm just being negative, don't bite the hand that feeds you and stuff like that. No, we are feeding them. The evidence showed that the drivers were feeding Doordash. All right? There it is. There it is. In black and white. The problem I have with this is that why only New York? What, you're telling me that Doordash wasn't stealing from New Jersey? From Wisconsin? Texas, Florida, California, Arizona, Nevada? Utah, you name it. They were doing this nationwide. Why only New York? Why the lawsuit is only for New York? Can somebody explain that to me? There you go. I told you guys years ago, even recently, I've been saying that there's something funny going on with the way that Doordash is paying the drivers. The base pay that they have on their website, the way they break it down, it's bullshit. I already told you guys that. You cannot measure desirability. Either you want something or you don't. Everything is desirability. The order exists because it was desired to begin with. If you don't have a desire to order something, there'll be no offer. There'll be no delivery. How do you put a price on desirability? You can't. It's made up bullshit, guys. To steal your money. That's all it is. To steal your money to get you confused. To get you confused so you're looking at this order, that offer, it's like, well, it's desirability. And since they don't know either, Doordash doesn't know either what they're talking about. That was done intentionally to confuse the hell out of the drivers when they're paying you for these offers. There you go. If you add all the money that they stole for since day one, they started this shit, since day one, up to today, you're looking at over $100 million. Oh, but they only got to pay 17 for New York. Enough said. Enough said. It's BS, guys. It's BS. And I also told you guys, even recently, even right now, picking up from the same merchant. With Uber Eats, let's say an example, Wingstop. It will be $8 and up every time an Uber Eats offer comes in, and it's from the same merchant, let's say Wingstop. The lowest you're going to see is $8. At this location, and maybe other locations are different. We're making an example in one specific town. Okay? Yeah, with Doordash you might see a Wingstop offer of 12 and 14, but you also see a lot of offers down to $4 from Wingstop. You see a lot of those too. A lot of $4 and $5 and $6. I don't see any at all, not even one, with Uber Eats when I have to go to Wingstop. $8 and up. $8 being the lowest. So you're trying to tell me that Doordash has a lot more cheapskate customers than Uber Eats has. And Uber Eats has all the high-paying tip customers than Doordash. Or they have a lot more. Bullshit. Bullshit. It would be nice if we dropping off these offers. A lot of drivers can do this. When we dropping off the offer and you have that conversation, with the customer, if they happen to be an offer that you handed to the customer, and you have that conversation, because some Spark drivers have done this. Not intentionally, it just happens. Some Spark drivers have gone up to the door and is supposed to leave the order outside, but the customer was at the door, or they're outside, or the garage door was open, they were doing something in the garage, and they had that conversation with the driver. And they close out the order, they look at the pay, and they look at the customer tip. Customer says, I tipped $10, they look at the thing, it says $5 on the Spark. Customer's like, oh, I tipped you $10. They're looking at the thing, it's like, no. They show the customer, look, it says $5. Customer's like, that's ridiculous, I tipped $10. There you go. And they were doing the same thing with Doordash. It happened to me personally. I picked up a customer's order, I dropped it off to their home, they opened up the door, because it was a good size, and I was handing her the bags. She said, enjoy the big tip. I'm like, I had already closed it, because I took a picture. It was supposed to be leave it at the door, but sometimes the customer comes out, opens the door. I finalized it, and I'm looking at the tip. It says, the tip on it said $8. She's like, I left you a $10 tip. I'm like, I show her the thing over there and says, look. It says $2 base pay, $8 tip from the customer. She's like, I have it on my phone, she said, customer. She pulled up the Doordash offer on her phone. You can see the order that she made, the taxes and fees and all that, delivery service and all that. And then on the bottom it says tip, $10. She showed me on the phone. Customer showed me on the phone. On the phone. For those who come to my channel and say I'm talking crap and negative about Doordash. Customer showed me the $10 tip on the order right there. On the phone. This is years ago. They're all doing it. Instacart has been doing it. Spark is doing it. Doordash is doing it. There you go. The cat is out of the bag. The cat is out of the bag. But those people that used to come to my channel and say, oh, I'm all negative. I got some new ones recently. Not a lot, just one or two. They replaced the old ones because the old ones, they figured out that they've been had. That's why they stopped coming to my channel, leaving comments against me anymore. Because they found out themselves that they've been had by Doordash. And now you don't hear zip, nada. Not a peep from them. You don't hear anything anymore. They finally saw the light. They finally saw that they have been had. Where they thought that, oh, I worked a couple of hours and I made $100. No, actually, they were supposed to pay you 120. Oh, I work all day, I made $180. Doordash is great. It was supposed to be 240. You got paid 180 because you saw the 180. You got so excited you didn't bother looking of what you were supposed to get paid for that day. And it was supposed to be $240 instead of 180. You know how many people didn't check, didn't bother to look, didn't bother to do the math, to look at their payouts, because they saw the good money that was coming in. They didn't bother looking at the breakdown or anything. They saw they were making that much money. They were getting a woody, and they were like, "Oh, I'm happy." No, you're supposed to get a lot more than that every day during the week, every single day, and that's just one driver. Multiply that with millions of drivers that were doing this for months, years, and years. They were doing this. You're looking at 100 to 200, 300 million they got away with. They got to pay a measly $17 million to New York. But no, they don't do that out of the States. Only in New York. They'd be stealing and be robbing, but not anywhere else. Who are we fooling here? Who are we fooling? So now we all got a good picture. We got the resume of Doordash final. And more shenanigans are being added to the resume of DoorDash, of who they really are, what they're all about. There it is. And I'm not saying the other ones are clean either. The other ones are not clean either. But DoorDash always gets the trophy. They are the king in this shit. They're following. The other ones are following in what DoorDash is doing. The bunch of followers are not leaders. They'll all try to follow DoorDash. And now DoorDash is hot water. They're in hot water. Why? Because they're following their tactics. There you go. Enough said. Cannot be said any better. Maybe actually can. We'll leave it up to the drivers. The comments are right there. And let them have it. Let these companies have it. Speak your mind. Put it in the comments. And there it is. Enough said. Catch you guys later.